Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another video. Welcome to day 3 of SCP week. Today is SCP-096, the Shy Guy, the full OLEKSEI interview. Apparently, it's the full interview of a redacted OLEKSEI interview. Obviously, I know this SCP. I know the Shy Guy. I have referenced him before in other SCP videos I've done, such as the one hush hush one that nobody talks about, or else it appears behind you and either takes you or takes whatever you're using to reference it away. You know, I wanted to see how a fight between those two would work. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know what's going to be different from this. This from like the actual the wiki page, because I read everything on there. But yeah, apparently a redacted interview has been written and is placed in here somewhere, so we'll see how that goes.
Description: SCP-096
that's
is a humanoid creature, measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height.
That's one hell of a picture. I mean, he looks better than what most renditions of him look like.
The subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass
I like this dude's voice, though.
The arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each.
Damn.
The skin is mostly devoid
Play
of
for the NBA, my man.
with no signs of any body hair.
Seriously, if you go, oh, that's a bad place to stop. Seriously, if he can, like, you know, not go on a rampaging rage and kill everybody that's seeing his face, he could play for the NBA. Nobody can stop him. For any reason, he could just bust down through every defense ever and just dunk that sucker every damn time. Honestly, if he makes this face while dribbling the ball, I don't think anybody will even try to stop him. Look at that. Nobody wants to be in front of that. Holy shit, my man.
SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a state of considerable emotional distress.
Luckily, you can still get a tattoo of the guy.
SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as 096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers an hour to kilometers an hour, and seems to depend on the distance from 096-1.
I feel like that could be a triple-digit number.
At this point, no known material or method can impede 096's progress. The actual position of 096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of 096-1's location, but note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean when you can get a tattoo. I wonder what would happen if you launched somebody into space and have them be on the ISS while, before they look at the photo. Like, I don't know, will he magically know how to pilot a rocket? Or fly? Or jump? Oh, I would love to see that. Just watch this dude, Superman, jump into space, into a fucking space station in orbit. Shit.
Upon arriving at 096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and 096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of 096-1.
So the inference here is that he eats the person, right? I mean, what else could leave no traces? Nothing. He's eating people.
SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat.
Now that I want to know, where
Due
is
to
the
the
natural
possibility of a
habitat?
mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, the retrieval of the subject should be considered alpha priority.
Wasn't there? No, maybe it was just a story. I don't know. Was it another SCP or was it? I think it might have been just a story about how somebody, was it the Foundation itself, kind of went a little rogue and decided, humanity is doomed and we might as well take it out now, and kind of just released all these SCPs. And this guy, his photo was released to like news groups and TV stations all over the world. And yeah, millions of people saw it, and he killed a lot of people. I don't know. I think it might have just been a story. I don't remember where I read it though. It's been a while.
Dr. has also petitioned for the immediate termination of SCP-096. The termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. on
Too bad they haven't figured out how the hell to do
containment
that.
procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5x5x5 meter airtight steel cube at all times.
Airtight.
Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optic tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell.
Unless you want to die.
Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell.
That's what I'm getting. He doesn't need to breathe
Photos,
either.
Videos or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. and O5. Audio log from interview 096-1.
It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty.
I wonder if he draws these himself, or he does, or he asks somebody to draw them.
Information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Could you describe the mission, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Ooh,
We had two
hello.
choppers. One with my team and one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. We
Who?
spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path.
This is cool.
I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there.
Your report
How, though?
says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was negative degrees Celsius.
Oh.
Actually, it was minus. And yes, it was butt naked, didn't so much as shiver.
Hmm. Was it in the mountains
We
somewhere?
landed, approached the target, and Corporal got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. called.
If it was in the cold mountains somewhere, is this SCP supposed to be based on like the Yeti or something? That'll be interesting. Except it's not hairy at all.
I tried to answer it. That's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it.
Oh yeah, they all
That's when
died.
SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state.
Yep. Sorry. Got the willies for a second.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, I never saw its face.
However
The
that
squad
worked.
did. They paid for it up the ass.
Yeah, they got killed and
Could you
eaten.
describe it a little more, please?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
They started screaming at us.
This guy got his
crying.
face ripped off.
Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. We started
no
fighting
shit.
and picked up Corporal, ripped off his leg.
And his face apparently.
God, he was screaming for our help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target, round after round. Didn't do jack shit.
You're shooting at him. How'd you not
Almost
see his
lost it when
face
it
though?
started.
That's
Eating
when
him?
You ordered the use of a AT-4 HED launcher.
An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target.
And he did
was
not give a fuck.
significant
Oh,
damage to
damn.
SCP-096.
It didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half its torso gone.
But it was taking damage.
Apparently.
If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all of its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it.
How's it living?
Its bone structure
like a
wasn't hurt
zombie.
At all, though. can't
God
tear my
damn, this
squad apart.
artwork though, holy
So
shit.
no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096?
Enough.
At the least, 1,000. Our
Damn.
door gunner kept his
Look at this.
GA-19 on
Holy
it for
shit,
at
this
least
is
20
cool.
seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it.
This is when Zulu 9B arrived.
Yeah, and my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head and it just sat down. We got it in the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face.
Yeah, how did you never see its
Maybe
face?
God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. Jackass.
We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it?
No.
You know, after hearing that thing screams, and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard.
I wouldn't either.
No. Just
Goddamn.
no.
If it takes damage like that though, how was it not able to be killed? That's what I want to know. What is its healing factor like? Like, holy shit. What's keeping it there? What's keeping it alive? Is it even alive? That's a question. I mean, if it's taking damage like that, you should be able to, like, fully incinerate it or something, right? And he was blowing chunks out of it, apparently,
Alright,
so...
I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain.
It just doesn't acknowledge any of the damage it's being done.
Let this be on record that I am formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible.
Experiment 096-1. Experiment
Is this the-
096-1
oh, yeah, it is this one.
headed by Dr. Dan. The purpose is to test SCP-096's abilities while obtaining a complete physical description of SCP-096. D-9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist. D-9031 is placed inside a bathysphere, which is then lowered into the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. The position is approximately kilometers from SCP-096's temporary containment cell at Site.
The one where it's
The
okay
following
to
was
escape
recorded
from
via
because of
video
this
surveillance
test.
inside the bathysphere between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland. The bathysphere reaches a final depth of 10,800 meters. The D-Class acknowledges the vessel has
Oh,
stopped and
My guy, I don't know who drew this, but he's supposed to be 32 years old, not 3,200. He looks like a tattooed up Santa Claus. What the fuck, man? Jesus. I don't know what kind of 32-year-olds you've seen, but holy shit. If he's 32, he's seen some shit.
requests
Or does looking at 096's face make him turn into that?
what to do now. Dr. Dan inquires as to how the D-Class is feeling.
God damn.
The D-Class replies his ears hurt. Dr. Dan reassures the D-Class that that is to be expected given the depths. Dr. Dan directs the D-Class's attention to a steel container. He instructs the D-Class to open the envelope inside the container and describe the photographs inside. D-9031 complies. The camera is located so the photograph cannot be seen.
That's
The
good.
D-Class flicks through two
Ew.
photographs. The first shows the containment cell of SCP-096. The second shows the same cell and SCP-096's foot. The D-Class picks up a third photograph, which displays a clear image of SCP-096's.
Who was sacrificed to get that clear image of 96? I mean, I guess you could send in like some kind of unmanned robot to take the picture, but still, somebody had to develop that picture, and somebody also had to make sure that that picture was actually took the correct picture. So at least one person had to be sacrificed for it, I
He
feel.
remarks that it is creepy that there is a lack of pigmentation in the eyes and that the mouth hangs wrong. He asks to know what this creature is. At this point, approximately 32 minutes past 1 in the afternoon standard time, Dr. Dan and Experiment Control are notified that SCP-096 has breached containment. The fastest path
As he
to
was supposed to, I guess.
SCP-096-1 has been cleared of civilians and other image-capturing devices, and SCP-096 is now being tracked by satellites via tracking collar. Dr. Dan instructs the D-Class to open a second steel container holding a pad of paper and a pencil. He instructs the D-Class to draw a sketch of the photograph he just saw. SCP-096-1 mumbles an expletive and spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of the photograph.
Dang, how far
At the
away
time of
is he?
completion, SCP-096
I'm sure they told me, I just forgot.
is confirmed to be kilometers away from 096-1. When the D-Class has finished, Dr. Dan instructs him to place the sketch in a receptacle to the D-Class's left and close the door. SCP-096-1 complies, and the sketch leaves the bathysphere in a watertight buoyancy container. The other photographs are then incinerated in the onboard incinerator. Dr. Dan instructs the D-Class to wait for further instructions.
And
40
he's gonna
minutes
die.
pass. SCP-096 is now confirmed to be at 096-1's position.
So it took him
and
an
is
hour to get
diving.
there.
The transponder signal ends at 9,339 meters as the pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits.
Why? They knew where that thing was going to go. God damn, that face though. Why not get a collar that can stand more pressure? Maybe there isn't one.
The
Maybe.
camera shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From 096-1's reaction, it is assumed SCP-096 is on the hull and is visible through the viewport.
No, now you got a better
The
look
video
at
and
him.
audio feed is cut as the hull of the bathysphere is breached. SCP-096 is recovered by a surface recovery team without incident. The
Ow.
sketch of SCP-096
They dredged the
is
bottom
also
with the net.
recovered, and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from SCP-096. The sketch is sent to experiment control in New Zealand, while SCP-096 is moved to permanent containment. Incident 096-1-Alpha.
Oh, is this the one?
Containment has been attained.
Yes, Doctor.
Let me see the security footage.
A large steel cube is shown in the middle of a research lab, which is teeming with a dozen or so researchers. In view of the camera is a control booth, displaying readings from various sensors inside the cube. The control booth operator leans forward, alerting to the various readings on the sensors. Approximately 5 seconds later, a steel wall on the containment cube receives a sizable dent bending outward.
God
The
damn.
dent becomes larger before breaking. SCP-096 is seen bending the steel away, frantically trying to escape.
That fucking
Emergency
crazy
plates
strength
drop down on
though.
the cube as a containment breach is sounded.
Yeah, that's not gonna
2
work.
security teams enter the room as SCP-096 breaks out of
What are they gonna
containment.
do?
Live rounds and tranquilizer darts are fired to no visible effect. Approximately 90% of the researchers and security personnel have directly viewed SCP-096's face,
Well, now
and
they're
a
all
code
dead.
Lima is declared. The room and surrounding areas are sealed and flushed with class nerve agent. Approximately 2 minutes later, SCP-096 breaches research site and travels kilometers an hour through the outside desert.
I don't know what that nerve agent was supposed to do besides make it easier for him to kill everybody there.
Traveling
I guess they were hoping it would stop him too, but now.
Containment breach. When we realized just how big a breach we were dealing with, we were completely overwhelmed. Funny how even the best and brightest minds in the world can be so unprepared.
So you're saying it is your own fault?
Absolutely not. This was a new discovery in SCP-096's behavior. We had no way to know, and we are lucky it did not turn into an XK.
helmet camera footage from Echo Romeo Alpha.
Ooh.
The footage is from inside a UH-60
Oh,
and
yeah.
shows SCP-096 on the desert floor, moving at considerable speed.
That boy
This is
booking it.
Echo Romeo Actual. We have a visual of the target. At
He's hungry to get rid of
Precinct.
whoever saw his
Echo
face.
Romeo Alpha listens to the radio as orders, identified as coming from Dr. Dan, are relayed. SCP-096 can be seen slowly gaining speed. Echo Romeo Alpha motions off camera. Echo Romeo 3 appears, holding a modified XM500 anti-material rifle. 2 shots are fired. The first misses, and the second hits SCP-096 in the lower leg. SCP-096 stumbles, but recovers. The speed change is insignificant.
No effect on target. I repeat, no effect on target.
Echo Romeo Alpha motions
Oh
to Dash 3
god,
again.
the images.
Dash 3 fires 3 more shots. The first 2 miss, and the third hits SCP-096 in the head.
Which is remarkable on a moving target.
falls, skids, and rolls several times, reducing its speed minimally. SCP-096 rolls to its feet and continues unabated.
Damn.
The camera pans up to see 8 V-22
Damn.
Ospreys belonging to Mobile Task Force Tau 1 flying overhead and
God, when it's put into images like this, it looks... You could really see how big
past the
the
helicopters on the same outbound vector as SCP-096.
thing is. What you call?
Video interview log 096-1-Alpha. Dr. OLEKSEI appears very calm, determined, and answers all questions slowly and deliberately.
Where were you exactly at the time of the breach?
On break, getting a cup of coffee. It was pure luck I wasn't caught in the containment area.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Describe your actions directly after the containment breach.
I sent Echo Romeo after SCP-096 and alerted Dr. Dan to the situation. We then set upon the task of locating SCP-096-1. Once the general direction of SCP-096 was determined, I sent Mobile Task Force Tau 1 ahead to evacuate civilian population centers in SCP-096's path, all according to containment protocol.
Video interview log 096-1-Bravo. Dr. Dan sits patiently. On the table in front of him is what looks like to be a set of
those
modified
goggles.
night vision goggles.
Game, they don't work.
For the record, where
Looks
were
heavy
you
as hell,
exactly
too, though.
during SCP-096's containment breach?
In the range, trying to find more information on SCP-096's origins. It was a quick research expedition, so I left Dr. OLEKSEI in charge of containment. He is
My dude, can you say that name again?
expedition, so I left Dr. OLEKSEI in charge of containment.
OLEKSEI, is it?
He is competent enough, if a bit eager,
I don't know.
and has proved himself.
Is
in
that the
past.
actual way to say that name, or is he just, was that just a mistake? I always thought it was OLEKSEI. And again, it's what, Russian? So that could be how you pronounce it. Never know.
This is all confirmed by various related paperwork, so don't go thinking
It was just for the record, Doctor. Now, knowing that SCP-096 is immune to all known forms of damage while in an enraged state, why did you order the sniper attacks from the emergency response team?
Why not? If there was a chance to slow down SCP-096 and give MTF Tau 1 more time, then we had to try it. It put ER in no danger, and the choppers were in danger of being outrun anyway.
How fast
Honestly,
can Chopper
ER could do
go?
little else to help or harm the situation.
I see. Now, could
Hold
you
on.
explain this?
The interviewer motions to the goggles lying on the table.
Yes.
Let me
This
look-
is Project Scramble.
Let me look this up real quick. How fast? Top speed of a chopper or helicopter, whatever you want to call it. Hello? I don't know why that just didn't do shit, but just sat there. Let's see. Certain helicopters can go up to 200 miles per hour. I would assume Foundation would get like the fastest they can find for these. So, up to 200 miles per hour is 322 kilometers an hour, or faster. So that boy is booking it
An eyepiece
if he's
we assigned to ER and
about
MTF
to
Tau 1.
outrun a freaking helicopter.
Designed by Dr. OLEKSEI and myself specifically for SCP-096. It carries a small microprocessor, which constantly analyzes the viewing field for the facial features of SCP-096.
Could you imagine having these and like you're part of the Foundation, you know exactly what these do. They're supposed to blur out 096's face. Could you imagine looking at your friend through these goggles and his face gets blurred because he's got features similar to 096? Oh my god, I would be ragging on that person for years. Oh my god, there would be no end to it. Yeah. I'd also feel bad for them, but fuck, it'll be funny as shit.
Facial recognition software inside instantly identifies them, scrambling the image into an unrecognizable mess before the light reaches the human eye. It's quite ingenious, really.
Yeah, it would have been if it worked.
Expensive.
Very. Which is why it's a shame it didn't work.
Audio transcript between Mobile Task Force Tau 1 and modified EG-3 Sentry AWACS, call sign Big Brother.
All sprays in the air. Moving. What outbound vector is the target currently heading?
Target is currently westbound, traveling on... shit. Yeah, he's on the I-40. I think he's just flipped a semi. Outbound is... degrees by...
Hopefully
Next
the
time
person in the
inspectors-
semi didn't see it.
I'd say a couple kilometers. Shit. MTF, we're suggesting Echo Romeo begin evacuating the I-40. I don't know how many cars the target has wrecked.
Negative, Big Brother. Echo Romeo is reporting that the target is outrunning their choppers. They can't get ahead of him.
Then get them to stop the motorists on the other lane. I don't know how many people have seen this thing's face.
I mean, has he stopped to tear them apart yet? Because you can count it that way. As grim as that is.
The first three elements of Tau 1 succeeded in gathering the townsfolk in the first three towns without incident. SCP-096-1 was confirmed to not be in any of these when SCP-096 ran through each in turn without stopping. However, a video log in MTF Tau shows SCP-096-1 being identified in the town of in the ensuing incident.
Show it.
Helmet camera footage from Element 4 of Mobile Task Force Tau 1 in the town of...
I mean,
Most
why
of the
not tell us?
townspeople
The
are
town
gathered in
probably
the
doesn't
square, all
exist anymore.
blindfolded. Helicopters sweep the town. Indistinct orders are heard over loudspeakers from both the helicopters and ground personnel.
The target is entering proximity zone. All units activate scramble gear and begin crowd
Why is the
control
one lady the only
procedures.
one with the bag
All
on her
civilians
head?
are not to move from their spot or remove their blindfold. If you move or touch your blindfold, you will be shot. I repeat, all civilians are not to move.
The orders are drowned out by a large shriek coming from outside the camera's view. Approximately 2 kilometers away, SCP-096 is seen to be coming over the crest of the hills. It tries to slow
God, imagine this guy busting through your walls like the Kool-Aid Man. That's... Ugh. I mean, it'll be horrifying, but it'll be even more horrifying once he starts, you know, tearing you limb from limb and probably eating you.
down
So,
on
yeah.
the descent, but trips and tumbles down at high speed, crashing through several houses before regaining its footing almost without delay.
All civilians are not to move. You will be shot. I repeat.
Are they just shooting the people now?
Several shots are heard, none of which are directed at SCP-096. SCP-096 stops for 1 second before running into the crowd of townsfolk, throwing many aside and trampling more. More shots are heard as the crowd begins dispersing. The loudspeakers are unintelligible under the vocalizations of SCP-096. SCP-096 locates 096-1, a middle-aged man, and the camera views SCP-096 grabbing him before it is hit by a fleeing townsperson and is dislocated from the helmet.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Video interview log 096-1-Charlie.
I was looking
Oh,
for
yeah.
SCP-096-1's house with my squad. Poor bastard was a semi-pro mountaineer. Took a trip to the... Apparently, he took a snapshot of the landscape and just happened to catch SCP-096 in the background.
Wilford holds up 4 fingers for
4
emphasis.
pixels.
4 pixels. 4 goddamn pixels. I doubt the guy even knew what he saw. He was probably just looking at the picture one day, noticed an off-color patch of snow, and went on with his day.
Probably. I mean, 4
How did you
pixels.
find
Holy
it?
shit.
Our scramble gear picked it up right away. The lieutenant got the picture and took it down to the chopper before I ever got to see it.
How does Scramble Gear know, too? Like, what features can you see in 4 pixels? Probably nothing. Like, holy shit, though.
By then, the damn monster had taken down Big Brother, and it had
Damn.
peeled open the Major's striker. all hell was breaking loose.
So the scramble gear was ineffective?
Ineffective? The goddamn scramble were pieces of shit that killed the whole damn task force. You know only 3 people are alive besides me?
Damn, it
All
took down a
because some
plane.
retard egghead thought of a state-of-the-art countermeasure to SCP-096's hostile reaction. Those bloody idiots could have just put a bag over the target's head and be done with it. But no! We had to use the state-of-the-art scramble.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Fucker call me?
Dr. Dan pushes back from the table and begins standing up.
I'll show that goddamn son of a bitch what an egghead is after I bash open his...
I mean, the shit you made didn't work, so you can understand why he's pissed. It's literally your fault that they're all dead.
2 guards enter the room and push Dr. Dan back into his seat.
Do we need to administer a sedative, Doctor?
I mean, you literally
Dr.
got all
Dan
those
takes a
people
breath
killed.
and smooths his coat.
No, I apologize. Scramble was really an ingenious idea. However, it was a failure because we did not fully know how SCP-096 worked. You see, as the chip inside Scramble picked up SCP-096's facial features and began scrambling them, there was a split second of uninterrupted light flow to the retina. Computers are fast, but not as fast as light. So, there was a split-second image of SCP-096's direct face into the brain. It wasn't even consciously received, but apparently it was enough to trigger the hostile reaction in SCP-096.
The way to fix that would be like to delay visuals. Like what the camera sees before it is sent through to the viewfinder that the person sees, delay it for like probably like maybe 1/10 of a second. I think that's about all you'll need. Maybe even more. Maybe 1/30 of a second, 50th of a second. Delay the image from when it is seen, when it is captured on the camera to where it can be seen. And while it's delaying it, it also analyzes and scrambles when it needs to. I think that would solve it, wouldn't it? I mean, you don't need a 1-to-1, like super accurate 1-to-1 when you're just trying to, you're not using these to fight a war or fight like a super aggressive SCP that's going to attack you on sight no matter what. You're just trying to get close to it without seeing its face. So I think like that less than, I don't know, hundredths of a second delay probably shouldn't hinder all that much. I don't know. I think, would that not be a fix? Maybe. Probably should have thought of that first, but, now all those people are dead, so nobody's going to trust that anymore. Even if he said it's probably fixed. Who's gonna be the first one to try it? Not me. Put it on a D class.
So, with this report of the photograph...
That's the most disturbing part of this whole incident. You know when the former SCP-096-1 went on his mountain trip? 1990.
3, I'm guessing it's 3.
Years of that photo hanging there before he saw the SCP-096. Since the brain doesn't need to be aware that it is viewing SCP-096's face to trigger the reaction, there can be ticking time bombs hidden literally anywhere in the world. How many photographs are out there containing SCP-096 just going unnoticed, waiting for a careful eye? As I said before, I want this thing terminated now.
Figure it out first.
Just a quick question, Doctor. What exactly were you planning on doing there? Major Jack Wilford was a top-notch SBS when we recruited him.
I was also a recon corpsman, ma'am, and was deployed in the Caucasus. Marines beat Special Boat Service.
No, they don't.
Enough, both of you. Moving on.
Video interview log 096-1.
You banging that other dude?
I got the bag over its head.
Yes, you have told me that. Could you tell me exactly what transpired?
It killed everybody else.
It was sitting there, in the highway. Just got done ripping up our minivan.
Yeah.
And?
Fine. Wes landed the chopper. I got out and bagged it. I put the bag over its head. They got calm and they took it.
So the victims in the minivan were the last to have viewed SCP-096's face?
For now.
The interviewee is silent. The interviewee remained silent for the remainder of the interview and was released. He was later found in his bunk room, having committed suicide via hanging with a makeshift rope. A half-crushed pacifier was found in his fist.
Yeah, babies aren't exempt from this. You would think they would give him some kind of amnestic. I don't know.
Videolog 096-1-Delta, confiscated tape from news broadcast CNN. The image shows first responders surrounding the remains of a crashed plane over the shoulder of a field reporter.
The plane, which seems to be military in origin, has no outward markings designating it as part of the US military. While first responders look for a black box recording, it is thought by police that the plane crashed into a massive cabin breach in both the cockpit and fuselage.
I mean, yeah.
The reporter motions to a large hole in the side of the plane.
You just never believe how those holes got made.
Have only found 3 bodies, which is odd for a plane apparently requiring a crew of around 20 men.
Ah.
Police have suggested that
the reporter is
the rest
cut
were
off
eaten.
as 3 helicopters are shown hovering overhead, 2 of which land and begin unloading troops belonging to Mobile Task Force Epsilon 1.
Turn that fucking camera off.
Are we finished here?
One last question, Doctor. Or statement, as it seems. We find it interesting that there was no break room at research site. Or coffee.
Like, you would think they would know
remained
this.
Silent.
We think it would be best if you begin talking.
The remainder of the video interview requires administrator clearance.
Okay, so this is the new part.
I don't see what that has to do with
Oh,
me.
never mind. Not
There's
here,
no
but
reason to
I'm sure it's
believe
coming up.
Doctor. He's told us everything.
Well then, I guess there's no use feigning anything, is there?
Audio recording, 05 hearing.
Upon reviewing your testimony and available footage, and the confession of the late Dr. OLEKSEI, it is the unanimous agreement of the O5 that you are to be terminated for your part in the gross breach of SCP-096.
So what I want to know is, yeah, they let him go. Does that mean that picture was planted? Like that picture, like a picture of the dude that got, killed actually did exist, but there wasn't like 096 in the background, and he just edited it to have 4 pixels of 096 in the background and then somehow swapped the pictures. I don't know. Because how would he have done that without, setting off 096 himself? Got somebody else to do it? I don't fucking know, but...
And I thought
Questions.
you would know the meaning of "for the greater good."
Do not try my patience, Doctor. Given the incident's scope and potential, the O5 have approved your request for the termination of SCP-096. Given the lack of personnel with understanding of SCP-096, the termination will be entrusted to you, under heavy guard and the personal supervision of me. Your own termination will be scheduled at a later date.
That
Too bad
is
he never got,
horrible, Doctor. How could you knowingly...
It worked. There was only a matter of time until that happened in a major population center and its face spread over the world news. I can kill 096. But I've killed myself in the process.
No, you just killed yourself. You...
Interview log 096-1-Alpha.
There you go.
Administrator clearance accepted.
There we go. This is a new one. This is a
feel
new
like all
part.
I've been doing so far is talking.
Honestly talking, then.
Why should I be honest with you when you haven't been honest with me?
What are you talking about?
You're on the O5 Council, right?
I don't see how that's relevant.
05-1 if I were a betting man, and I think we both know that I am.
This is about your and Dr. Dan's gross negligence in regards to SCP-096, not my position in the Foundation.
That's a lot of dust.
Yes. Also, no. See, we both figured that until the O5s got involved, we'd never get sanctioned for what needs to be done.
You and Dr. Dan are responsible for the breach, are you not?
Of course.
Directly responsible, yes?
Indeed.
So that's it then. There's no need for further obfuscation. Just answer my questions and we can get on with all this.
What do you want to know?
Why do it at all? SCP-096 was in containment. The pictures were all in containment, originally. We had all the pieces.
You do not...
We had it contained.
You did not have it contained. If all it takes is 2 doctors with a plan to cause a breach, then it's just a matter of time before it happens again.
Have you considered the long-term costs of your mistake here?
Yes. I'm certain I've considered it more than you have.
Let's assume the worst-case scenario, which you almost caused here.
Yeah, a shit ton of people seeing it, yeah.
Public global broadcast of the face of the entity.
Yeah.
End of the world.
Oh, yeah.
No, not the end of the world. It would be horrific, but manageable. It wouldn't even put a dent in the global population growth.
Are you sure about that? How are you gonna stop it? Seriously, how are you gonna stop it?
Obsessed with ending a totally manageable threat thinks I'm insane. I'll have to think about all that when this is over.
This is why we didn't go to our superiors. All you care about are the numbers. People will die.
People die all the time. We're here to mitigate that. To prevent it when we can, and manage it when we can't. Your little stunt cost people their lives. Those people didn't have to die.
True.
Don't lecture me on this. You lost the high ground the minute you caused this containment breach.
Fucking ridiculous.
This isn't about me, or us, or what we plan to do next. You may have forced our hand, fine. I barely care about your whys. Tell me how you did it.
Alright. We realized a while back that even a few pixels of the thing's face was capable of causing a breach.
Okay, how did you realize that?
The picture.
We had images in containment, like you said. Dr. Dan grabbed the digital copies, we printed one out, and carefully removed the context. After that, it was pretty simple to doctor someone's vacation image from the right time period, and then we just waited.
How long did you have to wait?
A surprisingly long time. After the first week, we considered putting a second picture out, but that seemed reckless.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
You
reckless.
understand how ridiculous you sound right now, yes?
I'm ridiculous? You're keeping that thing alive when it killed people. Innocent people.
No, we're not doing that. You killed those people. You and your friend murdered them just as assuredly as if you'd ripped them apart with your own hands.
I mean, he's not kind of wrong.
Understand something like the greater good.
Your kind always say that. I don't think you really know what it means. What I understand is that you went through all this meticulous planning and put together a story that doesn't hold water.
Yeah, seriously.
You think I'm stupid?
Break room?
I am
Where there's
struggling
no
to
break
hold
room?
any other belief right now.
We needed you here. The big kahuna, investigating dumbass doctors doing dumbass things.
For what purpose?
We thought it possible the Foundation wouldn't take this seriously, even after all this. So I suppose that what we truly needed was a sacrifice.
Dr. OLEKSEI rubs his hands over his eyes.
What are you talking about?
I had a few pixels of SCP-096's face tattooed in the space between my left pinky and ring finger. 1 pixel at a time by different artists so they wouldn't activate it. And I just looked. We're both going to die here. And then the Foundation will have no choice but to act.
No, that wouldn't work. Because you can look at artist renditions of its picture. And a tattoo is definitely an artist rendition of its picture. So I feel like that shouldn't work at all. Like, what is a tattoo if not a drawing on skin? It's not a it's not a photo, it's not a video, it's not looking directly at it. That shouldn't work at all.
You're an idiot.
Not mad? Not insane?
No, idiot's about right. Have you ever considered that there's a gap in the documentation for SCP-096? It never explains what happens if the subject dies before 096 gets to them.
What?
Agent Miriam, shoot Dr. OLEKSEI in the head.
No!
Fucking amateurs. See that gets cleaned up. And take care with the body. I would suspect that there's more pixels hidden he didn't tell us about. Bag him up with blinders and incinerate the whole thing.
Check out this video for another great story, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you made it this far. Big up all the incredible voices that helped make this video. You can find all their names and their links below, and big up as well to the patrons and channel members for their support. And special thanks to Viger, Ryan Brenner, Zehex, and Andre Bachert.
Yeah, no, that last part really did make him an idiot because that 100% would not have worked at all. Because if a tattoo of the 4 pixels can trigger him, then fucking a drawing could trigger him. But a drawing does not. No, that last part didn't make sense at all. It really did not, no. No, he didn't even need to shoot the guy. That would not have worked. Well then. I mean, yeah, besides that last part, it was pretty much just 096's info. Although all the art and the little animations were definitely a fun addition to look onto. But yeah, no, I swear, did I miss something? I swear that tattoo thing would not have worked no matter what. Because drawings don't cause him to go into that enraged state. And a tattoo is a drawing on flesh. 0% possibility that would have worked. So I'm so confused right now. Maybe you can explain it to me. I don't know. I just feel like he's an idiot. But you know, that was fun to watch though. Even though I know of 096, it was still fun to watch. But yeah, no. That's it for me. We still got 2 more videos to watch after this. So yeah, till next time, y'all. Thank you for watching with me, and goodbye.